Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast, No More Excuses. I am your host, Sandi Ballard, the Badass Business Coach. Yes, thanks for being here, for sharing this podcast with others, for investing in you, your time, and everything you do for you, right? It's just the time is going so fast. So the most efficient you can be with your time, the better. So I really do appreciate it. So we're officially in the last week of the first 6 months of the year. And I know we're halfway through the year. You know what's coming next out of my mouth. Me asking you where you are with your goals, right? It's time to check on your goals yet again. I started at the beginning of the month asking you to dig deeper and really get focused and make progress this month. You know, the 30-day goals, the 30-day challenges to help you focus intentionally, get serious, dig deeper so you can really just be intentional about everything you're doing this month. You know, it helps you focus on more of a shorter term goal and not get overwhelmed by the big picture of, oh shit, it's already June, right? You know, it's supposed to help you just kind of focus smaller, a little bit easier, you know, and sometimes taking things 30 days at a time, or maybe 60 days, helps you take the stress out of the process and not feel this overwhelmed. You should see progress. And then you could look back and see how far you've come, right? So if you were playing along with that 30-day challenge, how'd you do? For me, I rocked it professionally and I did not personally. I know I need to make better choices when out, especially we have so many networking events and things that we're out doing, you know, and it's summertime, right? It's easy to eat appetizers that are provided or the food that's provided, or not eat it and come home or stop on the way home and just eat whatever you can find because you're starving. You know, it's got to be more intentional about that, right? Especially when you have 2 to 3 events in a week. It's easy to get off track and it's tougher than hell to get back on track unless you really, really want to achieve that goal. You know, this quote, it's important to find a way. If it's important enough, you'll find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. I've seen that quoted by Ryan Blair, Jim Rome, so many people, and now me, right? I should just put my name on that. If it's important enough, you will find a way. If it's not, you'll find an excuse. And you are listening to the podcast, No More Excuses, right? Well, for myself at the beginning of the year, you know, I'm looking back now going, okay, what's happened? What's gone well, what's not gone well, you know, but at the beginning of the year, I changed, I think pretty much all of my platforms, my website, including my email system and CRM, my scheduling system, and the platform for my women's group was on Facebook, and everybody was seeming like they weren't liking the Facebook group. So I went to Mighty Networks. That was a lot of money. That was hundreds of hours of webinars, trainings, tech support, and setup, and just learning it and promoting it, right? And just getting everything reset up again. As I was asked by my man Candy, can you stop changing everything? But sometimes things look so good, right? You know, some things worked out and others didn't end up benefiting my clients and my company as much as I thought it would, which means I'm going to have to change some things here again shortly. Not right away, but soon. You know, my scheduling system is not anything what I thought it was, what I had before. So that's the first thing to go. But that'll be easy. That'll be an easy switch. And then we'll figure some other things out. You know, but that got me off track because it took a bunch of time, right? I thought it was going to make things easier, but in turn, it made things a little tougher. You know, so looking back for you, you know, now that we're 6 months into the year, see what's happened. Is everything good? You're rocking it? Is it somewhat? Is it not so good? Or is the shitstorm in full swing, right? So looking at what's going on, what's happening, what's not happening. And listeners, it is time to get serious. You know, we have a lot of time left in the year, so don't panic. Yes, it's already June, but it's only June. You know, we have a lot of time left, but what do you really want to get to the December, the end of the year, and you realize once again, you did not achieve one or more of your goals. I know I don't want to get to the end of the year and be like, I wish I had done some amazing things. And I definitely don't want carryover goals. I hate carryover goals. I've had them. They're the worst. I help people. I help talk people off the ledge when they have them. We have to look at what's happening now and what can happen. So yeah, if you're tired of asking me why, well, let's look at the why. Let's talk about what to do no matter where you are. All right, if you're doing great or, mostly great, look at how you feel about that achievement. If you're like, I nailed my goals, well, are you excited about it? Was it hard work? Was it too easy? Do you think you could do more? I mean, we don't want to settle for easy, but I also don't want you to discount your achievement. And I don't mean you have to go kill yourself to do more, but make sure what you're doing, you're really challenging yourself and enough for growth, making sure your goals are big enough to make a difference in how you feel, look, sound, everything about you personally and professionally, because, those things play a big part. If you're talking about a personal goal, how is that working for you? If you've achieved it, maybe it's a health goal, or I don't know, where you lived or where you work. Are you there? Was it good enough? Was it big enough? Was it enough? Right? And you might just be like, yeah, Sandy, hell yes, it's good enough. It's big enough. It was exactly what I wanted. Cool. All right. Well, in the next 6 months, what more can you do? You just say you achieved everything and you're 6 months ahead. Well, let's do it again. Let's keep digging deeper. Let's keep doing more. What else can you do? And then on the other side, if you're disappointed in a big way, in a small way, frustrated, overwhelmed, you obviously did not achieve your goals. It's time to look at why, right? Like, what are you allowing? Like me, what did I focus on? So what are you focusing on that might not be the best thing to focus on? Is your heart really into what you're doing, what you want? If you're getting up, I've talked about this a lot. If you're getting up every day and not excited about what you're doing, well, that's going to play a big part in your world, personally and professionally. So take a look at all that you're doing. Take a look at everything that's going on, what you're allowing, what you've changed, what you haven't changed. Because maybe things do need to change. Perhaps you need to streamline your products or services. Maybe you need to add a product or service. But remember, we can't be everything to everyone. So what needs to change so you can and will achieve those goals in the next 6 months? And so for everyone listening, what's one thing you'll stop doing, saying, thinking? What's one thing you need to stop doing, saying, or thinking? Because no matter where we are in life, where we are with our goals, there's something we need to stop, right? And then what's one thing you will start doing, saying, or thinking? Because that's where we're really going to start shifting and making a difference, right? Making changes and achieving what we want to achieve. Remember, what's important to you is not necessarily or really ever important to someone else. So don't expect people to jump in and help. Don't expect people to be excited about a goal or progress or whatever. They might be, but are they really? I had years ago someone tell me, it was actually one of my staff people, he was fantastic, but he goes, Sandy, not everyone is you. And you have to remember, this is your company. What you want is not always what everybody else wants. And I was like, how dare you tell me that? But that was fantastic, right? So remember, what's important to you is not always necessarily important to someone else. If you need help, ask. And if someone offers to help, be ready to help, to give them what you need help with. Remember, you've got to be ready for that. It's always like somebody will be like, how can I help you? Oh, I got this. I got this. Do you really? Or if someone's offered to help and you just kind of throw shit at them. Think about how you're doing things. So that's what's good to look at. What's falling off your plate? What are you not getting done? What's not important? What's not a good use of your time? I know I've thrown a lot at you, but we're in the last week of the first 6 months of the year. And I really want to help you get to that next level. I need to help myself. So I'm in this with you, right? We're all human. We all need to help each other. So if you need help reviewing your goals, or all of a sudden I just made you feel overwhelmed, contact me. Go to my website, badassbusiness.coach. I have a free group session coming up on this Thursday, June 29th at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. Message me for the link or go to my website, badassbusiness.coach. Click on the link, sign up. Would love to see you there, or just contact me, Sandi at sandiballard.com, Sandi with an I. Let me help you work through this chaos. But the biggest thing is with the group session, you'll realize you're not alone. There are so many other business owners that feel the same way that you do. So I look forward to hearing from you. I look forward to seeing what you've done, what you haven't done, yes, what you need to do, what you're going to stop doing, start doing, change, do more of, all that good stuff. A lot to do this week to prepare yourself. Or July 4th and the start of the next 6 months and the next amazing part of the year. All right. Have a great week. I look forward to hearing from you. Cheers.